Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It's Just That Simple, a podcast where we make the complicated simple. On this episode, I'm calling it Made in My Own Image. It's the new year. Yay! It's the new year. Usually, I'm not a big person on New Year's resolutions, New Year's things, it's a new year, new me, new things, just hyping up the construct of time, whereas none in my personal perspective. It gives me a roll of the eye, or not even in the sense of a condescending way, a chuckle of just like, so I'm just hyping out this idea that I made around, based off humanity made around this day, this passing on, this transcendence time of life. And this is another year, different thing. So yeah, for me, it's a kind of big roll my eye in different ways. But this year, it's been a little different, it just felt a little more. I delved into, excited about, curious about. Probably because all the love that I had placed in myself for the previous year, the 2023 year, the year of really blossoming into myself, really coming in and blooming into myself. I had a conversation with my mother, I think it was 2-3 days ago, but continuous conversations that we have. And I said that I feel like I was budding into a flower of the year 2023, and now, since I'm aware of what flower I am, I can create a garden. I can create whatever I want. I can really pollinate the world around me, my world, with what I am and what I know I am, because I'm aware of who I am. And so it felt like, I'm blossoming. I already blossomed. I'm just spreading my seed everywhere. I'm pollinating, baby. I am being me and flourishing in it. How do you feel in this new coming moment of your life, this new arrived feeling of you? It may be different from yesterday. It may be different from the next couple seconds ago, but how do you feel about you in this moment? A continuum of all the love, all the healing, all the awareness or not awareness, all the acknowledgement or non-acknowledgement of yourself and others in the world, continued into this now moment. It's not to start anew, it is a continuum of what makes you you, what makes me me. This episode was actually going to be something a little different at first. It was going to be something of, there's a notification. This is going to be something of, first, body image, because that was something that I really struggled with ever since I was young. Something where my body was not accepted and loved by me. My skin tone was not loved and accepted by me. What my hair looked like was not accepted and loved by me. What my body looked like was not loved and accepted by me. And I'm going to dive deep a little bit in that, but I'm going to go back to my original point of just saying that this episode was going to be something different, until I realized, was like, made in my own image sounds like something more expansive, more just... It illuminates on so many different things, and I didn't know what, but now I get it, and now I'm here. Where it started in with body image was, I had this kind of funneled down based off cultural and society, based off generational trauma, based off how I perceived myself, how I identified as myself, as saying, this is who I am, so this is what I need to look like, or this is how I feel about my body, this is how I feel about this being that I'm in. I have beautiful brown skin, and I grew up in different areas where wasn't even talked about was like, oh, perfectly accepted. And then some within communities of people with also beautiful brown skin thought that my skin was either too dark, not light enough. I'm not light skinned. I'm not beautiful. I had to be something different to be loved by people, to be loved in general. I thought I had to change my hair, straighten it, change it, form it into something that I thought was lovable when I was a child. Through my eyes, I remember going to my brother and said, "Am I ugly?" And he was like, "No, no." And this was at 9 years old. And I remember crying, wanting to bleach my skin at a young age because I thought I was not desirable or lovable within the world, to make friends, to feel loved in and acknowledged and admired. There was a big weight of wanting to be something that wasn't me. And it took me time, not just necessarily with my skin tone, but overall with the growing up, especially when you grow up in the teens, especially for me, wanting to, especially identifying as male, the I need to look a certain way. Not just with clothes, not just because I was a closeted gay, but because it was this idea of what masculinity looks like, what a male is supposed to look like. I was so focused on exercise and weightlifting, not just for health. It was fun. I love running, and I loved running. I loved doing everything. It was like playing and enjoying and just really feeling the adrenaline in my body, you know? But it was so much pressure to be what I thought other people wanted from me, what I thought I wanted from me. I needed to access that part of saying, yes, I made it. My body looks like this. I feel good like this. I look like this. My surroundings look like this. It was a rippling effect of what I thought I needed to be for me to be happy, to make me happy, to make me me. And it felt so confusing at times, because even into most recent time where I have made the loving clarity about myself, that I had to, I was still, it was still battling of just saying, do I like to exercise or do I want to be something? Do I like my body for what it is, or do I actually excited to be more athletic, to be someone that can be like do round kicks and do little hand spins on my hands? I love that type of thing. I love a nice action oriented expression experience. I want to experience my life, my everything, my world to the limitless capability that I can be and that I am. So I don't like things to limit me, because nothing can limit me and nothing can limit you. And so I had to really, really be discerning, be aware, and create clarity and make clear myself. Who am I? What do I want? What makes me me? And I remember staring in the mirror, shirtless with myself, and really deciphering the feeling of body image. And I had to ask myself, it was like, okay, I had to make the decision. I saw this on a quote on Pinterest, that I am beautiful. I had to make the decision to say that I am lovable. I had to make that decision for myself. I have to not wait and look for people or have a continuous doubt about if I am beautiful, lovable, or desirable. I had to ask myself, acknowledge, to say, guess what? I must be the person that loves me first. Because I'm just all I'm asking is to really know that I am lovable for me. I am the thing of saying I am enough for myself. I am worthy enough of my love, and that's it. And that's in that kind of that rippled effect into this present moment, laying in my bed early in the morning, because right now, what time is that? I think it's 10, or it was at 9. And I was sitting, and I was like, wait, this feels more bigger than body image. What have I been learning? What have I been understanding about myself? What have I been entering in this now moment? And what am I bringing with me? And what am I here with? It's the self embrace of me. Me not in just the singular, my body. It's me in how I play in life. So, how can we make life in our own image? Made in our own image. Made in a self loving, ever present, ever expansive, ever limitless life. How can we make it more of who we are in every detail? How can we pollinate life with love of who we are? Do we even know what that looks like for ourselves? Coming into this, me doing quotations, 2024, 2024 energy, time and moment. It was different and it was difficult for me to really exhale because I was going through it mentally last night because I was a little confused. It was just a little confusing. But I'm here now. And I feel safe. So now we can ask the questions of ourselves. What do we want? I ask myself that question. What do I want? So many a damn time. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And it's important to know what you want. But let's ask ourselves this question. I'm going to pass over this question to you. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to be? Remember, be and find out. You may not know all the steps. You may not know the moment decisions. But do you know what you want? Can you sail your boats or sail the sails in the direction that you want to be, that you want to go in? Can you trust yourself with the love that you already have acknowledged of who you are to guide you, to lead you, to love into what you're going to be creating this moment forward? So what does that look like for you? Is it safety? Is it softness? Is it ease? Is it a sense of, I'm just going to do and not think? That's a big thing for me. I realized that a lot of my fear came from thinking. And sometimes I realize that it usually comes from, but it was a lot of thinking. I am an Aries rising, if no one knows. And so I initiate. I go, I do, I like the in life, you know? You're like, is that fun, like type of feeling. I couldn't just imagine one emoji that epitomes this feeling. It's I see the horizon and I'm excited to go. And I had to learn from my life that I had to learn how to be patient. I had to learn how to cultivate. I had to learn how to surrender. I had to learn how to observe and analyze and just be in solitude with my presence, my thoughts, to understand life. And I had to learn how to guide within life, trust my intuition that I know what I'm doing. Or life in itself, as me, knows what I want. And I think that to not getting confused with the feelings of manifestation and universe speak to me, because I have a different perspective on that, I have it in the sense of saying, I am everything. And as everything, I can trust myself with my breath and my guided steps. I know how to do these things. I will do them. And if I don't know, I will learn. And if I don't know, I will surrender to an opportunity to be aware of what I don't know without worry or fear. And so that was a big thing for me. Understanding what I want. Understanding that I can trust myself with this Aries energy, Aries rising's energy, saying this is how I lead. But now I can lead not in the fear of, oh, am I going to trip? Because the Aries part of me is just like, oops. I don't want to just miss a step. But now, since I know who I am, I can glide, I can float, I can soar and play in life, knowing that and knowing how I love in it and how I love myself and how I create for myself. A beautiful awareness and meanness in a solidified way. Do you feel solidified in who you are to be able to create with limitless imagination, but also comfortability of what makes you you and what you want? Knowing that this is going to really gotta rub and tickle at the feeling of uncertainty, because life is uncertain. And whoever told you, me, anyone that life had some type of certainty route, it's not true. Every moment in the grand experience of life is known, but unknown for the fun of it, It's unknown for us, but known by us at the same time. I feel like, I've been to this moment before, but also I don't know it. I don't know you. Get out of my house. Get the fuck out. I don't know you. Kind of slam things. It's just like, no, wait. I'm the present moment arrived to gift you something. Something that you potentially was not expecting, were not aware of, and also that's going to lead you into the next moment. Please accept me. Don't be afraid of me. And surrender with happiness and glee, and also the capability that you can move forward worry-free. That sounded like a poem, didn't it? That sounded like a cute little poem. It really does. So when you're cultivating all these brand new creations of your life, how do you do it with a you-centered focus, but a broadness to know how that's going to be lived in and expressed in life into your future, the present or the distant? How do you engage with that? It was a thought this morning that I had when I was just thinking because my phone, I just paid for my phone, and I was just like, okay, I turned off my phone at the last night before 12 o'clock, but I was up a little bit past because I was watching my gay drama, and I didn't want all the ding 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 Happy New Year, as I appreciate it and I love it, but I was sleepy. So I was like, no, not today, not at this moment. So I just turned off my phone, and then I turned it back on. And I was like, okay, I know that I was supposed to get notifications because I know my mom sent one. She said, just in case, Happy New Year. She just said Happy New Year, even if we still are in each other's face. So she was like, Happy New Year, just to share that love in a solidified form that could be always remembered, which I appreciate and love and just care for so much. And I was like, okay, if I didn't get her text message, did anyone else do it? Did anyone else text me? And I got a little worried. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to feel or hope that people don't think I'm ignoring them or making in a sense where it's like, oops, I didn't see it. I make sure everyone in my life knows how much they appreciated, loved, and seen, and honored and acknowledged. So that was like, oh my God, I don't know if anyone did that. So I can't, I can't do anything about it. And I was just like, okay, so how do I feel about myself now? It's like, okay, I can't do anything about it now. I just have to be, I just have to live, I just have to love, and just in this now moment. And I was like, okay, and then I had to sit. And when I sat, I all these other thoughts came to me, and what all these different other situations, not just because of the text message, but all throughout just how to arrive in this now moment with myself, knowing who I am and what I want to create. And then I asked myself, I said, do I move for other people or do I move for me? What is my motivation? Is my motivation other people or is my motivation myself? How can I live in life when I don't know my motivations? And with my Libra being Quran, or my Quran is in Libra, it was a very, let me fade into you. Who am I without you? Energy, losing myself without standing in myself, thinking that harmony was evaporation of my presence, or evaporation of my wants and desires, my yearnings for how I love and how I want to be in the world. And I was like, oh God, so is my motivation actually me? And I was like, yeah, my motivation is me, but that clarity of knowing where my every single moment comes from, my thoughts come from, my actions move from. Is it me or is it trying to people please? Is it me or is it coming from a sense of making everyone feel safe in my life or in the world, or is it just making me feel safe? I learned how to just be myself, blossom, wear what I want, be who I want, without the thought of being afraid of what I want won't be what other people want from me, from themselves, so they won't want to see it in me. I've learned, loved in, that that's not a conversation I need to have. I learned, loved in, that I don't have to be okay with being disrespected. I've learned, loved in, that knowing that having the saying, how dare you, learned from my sister, because my sister says you need to learn how to get some how dare you in you. It's just like, how dare you, when someone tries to change, shift, or move me out of me when I know me, for the love of me, not to get it mixed up with support, with loving critique, in a way where it's not opinionated nor judgmental. It's saying that I know you can love yourself better. And I can see that maybe this is moving from a way that maybe feels limited, or as a self-belief system that feels limited in certain areas. I appreciate that. But also understanding when it's warranted for me, but also when I give it to others when it's warranted, when it's asked for, or when it's the time to do so. Not all healing happens on someone else's time. But you can be observant of it, to know how to support and love and care for them differently, and care for yourself. And so I had to really just be like, wow, this my being, my momentum is for the play of life, is for the joy of life. I looked back on, because I was doing things it's just that simple. And I was looking through my old photos, just trying to clear out all my storage on my computer. And I saw these old pictures of me from that I thought I lost forever, because I was like, why did I not save it or find importance to it? It was pictures of me from 2019 when I took my San Francisco trip by myself, and I met people from a hostel and we were enjoying ourselves in different ways. But I remember how kind of melancholy I was, where I didn't know what to do without feeling kind of like not ready for life. That was my first trip by myself, somewhere completely far away from what I've lived in. And so it was a little bit confronting. And I look back at it now and I was feeling a little confused. I was like, okay, where's this energy coming from? Because I felt in that moment, me reacting to my past, would I be able to trust myself in the exploration of life, in creating it? And I was like, yeah, my motivation is me. I can feel that. And also, my instant thought was saying I would play in it so much more. I would play in that experience so much more. I would do things so much more. I would be so invested in my happiness so much more. Other than just doing things just to feel or kind of coddle a feeling of traumas in different areas of my being. And I felt more ready, more capable in my now moment, in that present moment, to not constantly react to my past and what I thought I wasn't capable of doing then and being then, but realize how much love, how much appreciation, how much awareness, how much knowingness has come into my present moment now, to realize how capable I am of living, of soaring to the most limitless destination of life. And not being afraid that I won't be that or be the person to get myself there. And I celebrated myself, and I felt good, I felt so good and juicy and chocolatey. And I was like, ooh, yes, I'm so excited to create. And I was like, oh, since my leg is hitting the thing because my ankles are cramping because I'm sitting Indian style on the floor. And I'm just like, ow, my leg hurt. Ow. a little breaking the fifth wall here. Ow. And I just felt so ready, so capable, so willing to sit in the uncertainty of making my life made in my own image, creating something made in my own image. So now let's think of ourselves as this beautiful blossoming flower that I am, and hopefully that you are, or that you feel loved enough to acknowledge that you are that beautiful flower, that you deserve to be in this moment and create something beautiful. So as the flowers that we are, realized or not, what's pollinating in your garden? What's blossoming and blooming and brimming with so much beauty that it gets you a little just so, gets you so excited. It doesn't have to be immediate. Things take time. It doesn't have to be something that needs to be perfect. You're just aware that you want that. I want to create that. And you do. You just do. Saying it's kind of like when you want to eat a sandwich. Do you think about eating a sandwich or you just eat the sandwich? I'm hungry. You eat. Unless you have feelings of, can I eat? Do I want to do this? Oh no. Wait. No. Do you feel that yes, no, or I'm going to take a pause on that? Can you trust yourself with your discernment of your way? Can you allow yourself to know that you can make something that's beautiful and ever expansive as you? You don't need to know what it looks like. You don't need to know what every single detail is going to formulate as. But can you allow yourself to just take one step forward? Look around, spend as much time as you want in it, and take another step forward. And take another step. You start skipping, Then you start running, and then you start cartwheeling, and then you start rolling on the floor, and you say, ah, I can do it. I can breathe. I can feel the air in my lungs, and I'm not afraid of my life. I'm not afraid of myself. Because who I am left all the versions, healed all the versions of myself that didn't feel enough, capable, or able to, or prioritize for something to be created from. You are safe. You are beautiful. You are equipped, and you are ready to be everything that you are. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Just allow it to sink in. Allow sun to shine on your garden. Allow rain to just beautifully water it. Help it grow. And just allow everything to just really just relax in itself. Knowing that you are able to live life with ease. Now, do your relaxing shoulder shimmy. Rest your shoulders. Breathe into yourself. And move forward in life with your present moment. And I love you. And I feel you and I see you. And thank you for listening. And until next time.